So there's code on screen, pause if you want to look at it, although I will take about 10 seconds to explain basically this part, because there's nothing special happening here. This is just using the status quote-unquote backstory that I add with Aura of the Night. But just to note that this comma here, or this slash comma, I always forget what it's called, backslash for, but this slash comma essentially equals to comma for message log type calls in PERM. And if you don't know what PERM is as the usual disclaimer, then don't worry about it. But as we move on here, we are going to be putting two things together if the thumbnail didn't already let you know. So the old god and the backstory, I didn't really make that many tweaks, just mainly just some graphic additions, and in fact this video is coming out in place of another one because I just decided to add in both additions. Although again, I didn't really add much. We'll play with Nurse Miku today, but yeah, we'll just go into this because I was going to say something, but then the timestamp's coming up. So as we get into our custom old god with a custom backstory, and to note, yeah, so I did make some changes little by little. It's mostly the same, but I'm slowly trying to make the face more of a face. I probably should add something to the inner parts of the face, but we'll see what I do later on. So, but yeah, now that I've added graphics here and there, feels a bit more full. The main gameplay change I made is that I can now use this, and if I do, I lose 3 stamina and 3 reason, but I get +1 max stamina and reason back, in case you have some bad RNG. Now that cost seems pretty high, and it is pretty high, but if you're going to lose all of your max stamina, maybe it's worth it, because at a certain, around the 4 max stamina, or 4 to 5 max stamina, max reason threshold is usually where I would consider at least upping your max stamina and max reason, if you have the choice to do so. But, you know, yeah, just showing off the graphic that I didn't show off before. And let's get this run started. But, as we get Charisma, Strength, Second Encounter, Second Mystery, Takshisan, and maybe a Light check, next episode I definitely need to remember to cycle the mysteries again. I actually haven't gone through all the mysteries that I have pretty much in queue, even though they're all mysteries I've done before. What I'm trying to say is that, again, I usually try to spread out mysteries so they're all played somewhat equally. Now, that's not the case in this series because I have forgotten, and I kind of just go through episodes willy-nilly as well. But I do know that just with RNG, sometimes I don't get to every custom mystery equally anyway. There's no way I could, basically. Sailors, Nails, Bloom, Coma, Madness. I think Madness has, yeah, Madness is the ghost, right? Yeah, I should just read Marital and just realize because the character was married, question mark. But, Sailors, Nails. We'll take Bloom first and then see what we can do. So, now that we're playing with both the backstory and the old god, I mean, I kind of already know this is going to be somewhat difficult, but it's not the most difficult thing in the world. The reason I say that is because, again, as I mentioned in the episode going over the backstory, and max threat level downtown, by the way, is that losing max stamina and max reason isn't normally, wow, max threat level school as well, isn't normally going to be completely terrible. Period. That's the usual case. Now, unfortunately, also because I have something slapping me in the face with that's right, I do have a stack of technical difficulties. That on top of just losing reason outright, it can be quite bad because I don't remember. Actually, I should see which one hits me first. It seems like the max reason hits me first, or the max stamina, max reason loss hits me first, and by that I mean the backstory hits me first. And if that's not the case, well, the order does matter here. So let me explain that as I pretty much autopilot here. The reason why that matters is because if you're at max reason in this case, and you lose 1 max reason, you have therefore actually lost HP. And then if you proc actual reason loss, then you've essentially lost more reason than you would have just losing reason and then losing max reason. In fact, you do lose more reason from that. The other way, the simple way to explain it is that you lose 2 HP over 1 HP. That's the simple form. But if you play World of War to some degree, then you will know what I mean here. Also, we are hurt for our max stamina because I see a lot of max stamina decreases. But not really much I can do there at the moment. But that's the main kind of, not synergy, but the gameplay you have to think about here. So we have extra max reason, but that could quickly just go down the drain when we lose max reason, as I said, and then lose reason because of technical difficulties. But, yeah, we'll see what happens there. We did not fight a single enemy, by the way. Nails is our second mystery, and here's hoping I remember my second encounter. Yakitori or steak? I think yakitori is usually the better one. Yeah, especially since I'm going to be losing a bunch of reason. I did not add any old god events yet. I want to add at least 1 or 2. And when I say 1 or 2, I actually mean different types of events, because you can just add an event. Actually, no, that's not true, because old gods will proc on their own. Never mind. So, yeah, just add 2 events. Oh my goodness. I just thought, the one time I decided to roll, regardless of how low our stats were, hope for the best. How many stacks of technical difficulties? 1 still. So we have not rolled a 15% yet. And we hope for the best. So, actually, did that just proc twice, by the way, in the same investigation? Well, I'm going to run first. I'm going to keep an eye on that, because that is technically a bug. Well, it is a bug. I keep saying technically. Sometimes it's not. It's just literal what's happening. But you get the point. That shouldn't be happening. Okay, yeah, I have it happening twice. I should not have it happening twice. Well, that's something I have to tweak. I did make a slight change to try to make it more intuitive. It might have been happening in the last episode as well, but I'll deal with it when I get to it. Also, this is a lot of stamina to lose. I don't think I can really... Yeah, 5 strength bracing. We're just going to gamble here. Okay, we do get out. But the problem is, well, on top of the bug that we're running into, we do need to do a thing. Did I fight anything beforehand? I actually just forgot. I'm going absolutely insane. No. The Kabuki Killer was, funny enough, our first encounter. I hope. I don't remember, actually. So, off I go. Outdoorsman, leadership, and nothing. We got a load of nothing here. I'm actually going to re-roll this. We'll take first aid, and off we go. So, into madness we go. I actually should have increased my knowledge, I just realized. But if we have the Eldritch Fluid, that should provide us some protection. But, yeah, I realized even with the Eldritch Fluid, this might be very painful for us. But we'll find out. This is also going to be painful for us, but I don't think there's much we can do about it. So, 1, 2, roll on a 50-50. Just going to roll on 50-50. In fact, we hit 25% twice instead to miss both. So, instead what we do is run away. And we're just going to walk forward. If we just lose the stamina, so be it, right? Because even, you know, the stats rolling as they are, I'm going insane, by the way, because of what's happening to my face. Oh, that's a stamina loss. I forgot about that. Good thing we took Cauterize. But we're not going to last for much longer. We'll take 1 more investigation. Okay, so here it only procced once, so now I'm confused. Anywho, we're going to watch the movie and hope, because, yeah, I think turning it off was stamina loss. I'm actually going to take the curses instead, because we are lacking for it. Here's the double flashbacks, by the way. What's with my RNG this past week? My goodness. Well, that being said, I didn't get another stack of technical difficulties yet, so my RNG is still, like, okay-ish, but shrug, right? Or is that just the game just showing that in an odd way? Am I going crazy? I have to look at my code again. Anywho, I thought I showed you... remind me if I forgot, because it's been a few days, if I had shown you the code for how this stuff procs. I thought I did. Well... here's hoping. Also, this is a lot of pain, but we can't brace into anything, and 1 Eldritch Fluid is nowhere near enough. And we only have 1 Dexterity, so... even if you had 5 Dexterity, I don't think we could have dodged, right? No. Yes. I think we could have. Let's get rid of these flashbacks and see. And if this doesn't update my thing in real time, I was going to be very sad. But yeah, we have to dodge now, so... yeah, not really much I can do. Mr. Yakitori removes stamina instead, so maybe this is just the end of the video. So, let's hope that we dodge... I think we have to dodge like 3 times. Nope, that didn't happen.